All right, we've been talking about nouns and how to pluralize nouns. And we've talked about the S sound at the end of nouns. We've talked about the Z sound at the end of nouns. We've talked about the ES at the end of nouns, which we pronounce as EZ. Okay? Now, as a quick review, let's go ahead and go through these. Remember, when the ending of a word is voiced, we say the Z sound, even though it's spelled S. When the consonant of the word is unvoiced, we say the S sound at the end. And when it ends in a sibilant, we add the ES at the end, or we say it as the EZ sound. And I'm going to give you an example of each so you don't forget. All right, the voiced, we've used this before, so we'll use it again. Girl, you hear the voiced consonant at the end. So when we add the S, it's girls. All right. The unvoiced consonant is something that ends like in a K or something, or a C. For example, let's do. I'm trying to think of a word. I'm drawing a blank. I'm trying to think of a noun, but it's true for all words that end in it. But let's think of a noun that ends in cake. Okay, unvoiced, and this is going to be cakes. All right. The reason it was tough for me to figure it out is because this rule applies to verbs or anything in English. If it's voiced and it has an S, it ends it sounds like a Z. If it's unvoiced, it sounds like an S. All right. And then we have a special rule for sibilants. And remember what a sibilant is. A sibilant is a hissing sound at the end of the word. And we have a variety of hissing sounds that we say hissing sounds. CH, the S sound, whether it's spelled C or S, the Z sound, the Z sound, the SH sound, the Z sound, the SH, the soft G, okay? Any of those J, S, Z, Ch sounds at the end are sibilants. And we have a special rule for sibilants, and that is we add the ES. For example, buzz, that's a sibilant sound, has a hissing sound. We add the ES and it changes to buzzes. All right? Horse already ends in the E, so we just add the S, horses. Okay? And it sounds like EZ. So those are the three rules that we've learned so far about pluralizing nouns in English. Now there is a small set of nouns in English that have different ways of forming their plurals. And this is a closed list, which means there's only a select few words that this is true for, but they're fairly common words. And so I'll go through them with you. And it says for a variety of historical reasons, because we take our English from many different languages, English has some plurals that are formed in an irregular way, which means ways that are not normal. All right? So foot, you change it feet. Goose, geese. Louse, lice. Man, men. Mouse, mice. Tooth, teeth. Woman, women. Okay? And this is a special case right here, and we're going to go through that in a second. So, these are special nouns, and I'm going to have you can read this on your own. I'm only going to point out some things for you. The one that I found somewhat interesting is the spelling of women. Women is more than one woman, is one woman, but even though this vowel right here is the one that changes, that's not the one that changes when you speak. For example, the first syllable changes the way we say it. Woman. Woman is one woman. Women is two women. And you can see woman, women, woman, women. You can see that this is the one that changes right here. The W-O, wo, Okay, and you can see over here, it says, despite the spelling of women, it is the pronunciation of the first syllable rather than the second that changes. Women is pronounced wo, or woman. Women is pronounced women. Okay, the second syllable, man and men, are pronounced exactly alike as men. Okay, woman, women. Okay, so that's just a point of interest. And then, of course, there's two more that are ox, which we don't use very often. Oxen. Child, obviously, we use a lot. And that's the plural of that is children. Oops. Children. So, obviously, we have some things in English that do not follow the S rules. And these are just a couple of them. All right. So, let's see if there's any more interesting things that we need to go over in this video before you start your exercise. Oh yes, anytime we have something that ends in an F, or oftentimes ends in an F, okay? Some words end in an F form their plurals by changing the F to a V. So half, okay, halves, all right? Knife. And then we spell it and change it to knives. Okay? We still add the ES because the V sound is a syllabant now. But leaf, leaves. Life, lives. Loaf, loaves. Self, selves. Okay? So some of the F's here, and you'll just have to memorize these. There's no, if you don't know them yet, it's just the way it is. Wolf, wolves. Thief, thieves. All right? So some of the F's change to V's, and that's another spelling. And then some words have plural that form that are identical to the singular form, and most of this has to do with animals. For example, cod, deer, fish, sheep. A lot of people say the fishes. That's obviously not correct. You can have one fish, or you can have many fish, but you still spell it fish. There is no S on fish. Okay. I caught 5 fish. I caught 1 fish. All right. You can use number words with them, but it's spelled the same. All right. That's the most common mistake I see. Same with deer. All right. So that's pretty much it. You can read down here if you want further information on that. And then other than that, so some things are spelled the same and usually referring to animals, the plural and singular. Okay, and so this is pretty easy. It says exercise 1.4. It says the following sentences contain one or more incorrect irregular plurals. Draw a line through each incorrect plural and write the correct form above it. I sliced the loaves, and put the loaves back in the drawer, and they crossed out loaves and put loaves. Okay, I'll do one with you. My niece has a farm where she raises disease-resistant varieties of sheeps. Obviously, sheeps is not correct, so I'd cross out sheep, and above it, I would write sheep because we don't put an S on sheep. All right, so that's just a quick little exercise. I did the first one for you. I think there's a couple of them here. I think there's 10 of them. So there's 6 on that page and up to 10. And go ahead and get that done and look at the irregular spellings of our, and look back because there's only some words that are irregular, not all. And go ahead and do this. And if you have any questions, like always, come before class or before school and I'll help you out. Good luck, and I'll see you in the next video.